So I'm going to continue Act 4. I'm not sure how the saves work. We've finished an act every time except for this time. So I'm not actually sure. I'm hoping it picks us up right where we left off. And that when it does that, it reminds us instantly what the heck was going on. Because I've kind of forgotten. Oh, that's right. We're on the boat.
Glowing leg. Oh, yeah.
No, the glow. Okay. Okay, Jeremy, you fell asleep. Glowing leg dude turned into full glowing dude and sailed off with other dudes.
What?
Look, this is what just happened. She returned to the dinghy alone. She had a strong and sudden urge to shut the motor off and let the current take her, but she couldn't work out where the impulse came from, so she did her best to resist it. This is, what's her name? Shannon or something?
Yes.
She met a family of 5 on a flat-bottomed skiff. She met a guitar-playing player pedaling a floating bicycle with his dog in tow. She met a flower salesman on a raft. She met a painter of shipwrecks. Dog. He said they took turns, the water was cold, and the floating bicycle, while technically marvelous, wasn't quite buoyant enough for the both of them. Swimming is hard work, the hardest work that Dog had ever done, he expected. They'd been traveling this way for most of the night, struggling through the icy water, stopping to recover when they could find a rock large enough to start a small campfire. He had his belongings stuffed into a weathered guitar case at the end of a thin rope. It floated pretty well, so he only had to keep an eye on it, and occasionally free it from a rock or some driftwood it was caught on. This kind of reminds me. I remember when I was little, we went to the beach once, and there was these people in these giant tricycles out in the water.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, those are dumb.
I think they'd be fun.
I guess they'd be okay.
Have you ever seen the shoes that you can wear?
No. Yes.
They have big inflatable shoes.
Yeah, they look like big water skis, but thick.
In my ideal world, since we're on the subject, if the world were the way I made it, it would be like Waterworld, except it would all be out of inflatable materials, right?
Yeah.
So there'd be a giant inflatable aircraft carrier and lots of little inflatable patrol boats. And
they just opened a amusement park near me that's all out on a lake. It's all inflatable.
I think that's awesome.
I have not been. She invited him to ride a ways on the dinghy. We're nice. He appreciated the offer, but they weren't in a hurry. Oh, we have to do all of these? Oh, no. She met a family of 5 on a flat-bottomed skiff. The boat was loaded to capacity with black plastic bags and a few larger pieces of furniture wrapped in a blue tarp. 3 paddled. The 2 adults and the older child. The 2 younger children slept. They'd been traveling all night, first by car and then for the last few hours by boat. Hungry and tired, they didn't plan to stop until they reached West Virginia, where a relative had offered to take them in. Okay, so I was thinking about this a little bit after last week, and we had kind of talked a little bit that it's what is going on? What is this game about? The one sort of connection that I could think of, I thought of the miners, the family, the girl on the farm, all these people, even the gas station guy, these people are all incredibly destitutely poor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's kind of what I'm getting the feeling of. These guys have their entire lives in a boat, and they're going to West Virginia. But the adults were happy to take a break from paddling in weary silence. They asked her about the river journey. She told them about the memorial. They were sympathetic, no miners in their family, but he was once injured at a warehouse job and had to fight for disability pay. They knew what these companies were like and what it was like to have to assert your humanity to them. You see what I mean? These guys are all struggling. The dude, the antiques guy is the antique is one last delivery, and now he's working as a dead guy in a distillery. I don't know. They wished her well and paddled on toward West Virginia. All right, flower salesman on a raft. They floated alongside in buoyant pots, bobbing on. You know what really gets me is you actually see these on the screen. Like, I just noticed that. They're down here. I'm reading up here, and then they're down here. She leaned out over the water to get a closer look. He just started work for the day, so his stock was full. He pushed a few bouquets her way. First was an elaborate bundle of pomegranates arranged the Roman style.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, what is that? He said it was
Maybe I will look
for
it
a
up.
particular kind of person. If it didn't remind her of anyone in specific, she'd better move on. Next, I think a delicate mixture of dandelion. She was feeling distracted when he first designed it, but some customers found it helpful. Finally, an elaborate mixture of snapdragons made to look domestic. He suggested it would make an appropriate apology bouquet. He drifted away with the current, pushing his flowers along the raft. She gave in, shut off the motor, and floated for a while. Then she knew what she'd been craving, a moment of silence. I get that. Like, Act 4, Scene 9. Like, she's sounding pretty kind of hopeless here. Oh, I'm in control. What is this dude? Kate, just in time. We've already finished eating, but we're about to place a to-go order for Clara. She's back on board, getting ready for her show. Take a look at the menu. I'm sure there's something you'll like. Red is a bit of a local celebrity for her cooking, I mean. June Bug. Hey, Ezra was just asking about you. He's around the corner playing a video game. Maybe go let him know you two are back. Or where's the old man, anyway? Johnny, bad luck. You'll get it next time. To Shannon, hey, got a quarter? He's almost got this. Ezra, it's true. Sure, I have 1 quarter. Ezra, thank you. So, where's, he left. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that didn't actually explain anything, let's be honest. I have to say, I didn't know him very well, but he seemed like the kind of guy who was always on his way to somewhere else. Shannon, yeah, I'm gonna go sit down. Cool. The food is good here. I think everyone else is finishing up, but you could probably get something to go. To Ezra, all right, Claw Maestro, let's give it another shot. So let's see what's on the top of the pile here. There's a stuffed octopus, a plastic bag full of clamshells, a cowboy hat, and some big headphones. Oh boy, we're gonna have to choose one of these, aren't we? That octopus has a leg wrapped around the boom box underneath it. The shells are pretty clear, but I don't know if the claw can really grip at the bag well. The cowboy hat is in the corner, so it's kind of tricky to tell if it's wedged in or not. Those headphones might be a good bet, but I can't see the cord. It could be wrapped around something. What are you going to try for? So what are we going to try for here? This is tricky. I mean, straight up, the octopus sounds awesome.
I feel like the cowboy hat is...
In the corner?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Headphones? I don't know. Do you think there's a difficulty scale to these?
I honestly have no idea.
Follow your heart.
I'm actually listening to this music for a minute. That's pretty good. We're going to go for the octopus. Wow, all right. I admire your confidence. Okay, when I put this quarter in, you'll have about 8 seconds to grab your prize. The octopus is square in the middle. Let me know if you need help lining it up. I've got a slightly different view of the field from up here. Ready? Here we go. Johnny inserts the coin and the machine awakens. Timer 8. Claw hovers in front left corner of the machine. Excuse me? I don't actually recall where it was. Timer 7. Push it right, I guess.
Yeah, if we're in the bottom, we're in the front left, the bottom left. So whatever you do, do it symmetrically.
So we've gone up 1 and right 1. Was it in the middle? I actually don't remember.
It said it was in the middle. It said it was smack in the middle.
Let's ask if this looks right. Yeah, it looks good to me. Go for it. So I'm guessing it's like 3 and 3.
Yeah, that could
Push
be.
the button to drop the claw. Grabs the octopus. The octopus is attached too securely to the plastic boombox beneath it. It slips from the claw's grasp. Ah, no good. I had a feeling the octopus
Son of
was
a-
a little too comfortable in there. Hey, listen, it sounds like that old man you were following around. I guess he had to leave. Is he coming back? Well, probably not. He's got himself on a trajectory. What a word, you know. Anyway, I don't know what kind of plans you have now, but if you need help figuring out your next move, you can always talk to me and Miss Junebug. I just wanted to make sure you know that. I mean, like, this is like his sister or something, isn't it? Or his friend? I'll meet up with Julian when we get back above ground and go back to the museum. Oh, yeah. He's your brother. That's right. You said, right? Hey, maybe we still have time to poke around this place a little. They have some pretty wild stuff in here. I bet if we'd done the hat, the kid would have worn the hat.
I was kind of partial to the hat, but that's okay.
Yeah. I wanted him to wear the octopus on his head. Hey, did you see this? They keep a table full of fake food over here. I never know why. Actually, it might be the real food, coated with shellac or something preserved. Oh, and look, this tentacle-looking thing is half eaten. This is someone's meal that they didn't finish. I dare you to take a bite. Ha ha ha, you first. Let's do it. Okay. Whoa, hold on, I'm just kidding. If Sam and Ida preserved this half-eaten meal, it must have been pretty important to them, right? Maybe it belonged to someone they care about, like a beloved uncle. He had a mid-meal stroke, so they kept it in his memory. Yeah, like these sunflower seeds my folks left behind. Oh, I'm sure your folks are fine, though. Are you worried about them? Yes, it's weird that they just disappeared. Yeah, listen, that's okay to be worried. You're doing fine. Okay, weird. Somehow I thought it was his truck and delivery and all. Junebug, it was. That's what she's saying. He just left it behind. Okay, to Shannon, but you're going to deliver it anyway? Why? He's my friend. It's on my way. Okay, right. You were saying the TV station is up there somewhere? But it's old furniture or something, right? Can you lift all that by yourself? Junebug, Johnny and I will help you unload when we get there. You've got nowhere else to be. Johnny, lift with your legs, Cricket. Yes, ma'am. Ida, so how was everything to Junebug? How was the sweet cave snail? Junebug, devastating. I guess that's a compliment.
You know what? That I think that's a. From now on, when someone asks me how I like
Something,
whatever
you can say
food or whatever,
devastating.
I'll be devastating.
It could go either way, you know. Like
It
you're
was
a killer.
devastating.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Sam came across the whole cave snail colony down there about a year back. And we've been leaving rock candy for them to gorge on since. We just started harvesting earlier this month. Yes, it's all about patience down here. Everything grows more slowly in the dark. There's a fish in Lake Leth that lives to 200 years, and its flavor profile only develops at about 75. Whew, I've got a pot of bones in there that's been stewing for at least a week. What? I don't even remember why I put them on. Come to think of it, I don't even remember what kind of bones they are. That's kind of strange. Kate, oh, we need one for the road. Claire said she wanted, something primordial, she said. What does that mean? Kate reviews the menu. Something old-fashioned. Ah, could be. Hands Shannon the menu. Here, you pick. I'm no good at this. Specs menu. Let's go with cedar plank salamander with red pepper herb crust and butter sauce. Let's turn the page. Crayfish log. What does that even mean? Turn the page. More page. Tuesday night cavefish. Good choice. Your friend will love it. I'll have that right out. I'm gonna be honest. None of those even were getting close to appealing. I just didn't want to read.
But you were curious though.
I know.
Like the remoulade. The remoulade sounded alright.
How many more? Yeah, the crayfish log. Ezra leans over the table and carefully examines the preserved food and drink. He runs his finger along a grayish claw. The surface of the claw is completely smooth. And that was the small one. They're asymmetrical. Sorry I startled you, sweetie. Why didn't they finish their meal? Well, they had more than twice as much food as they really needed, so even half was too much. This food is about 15 years old. It's true. Things were different then. Nobody came to eat here. We were fighting just to keep the lights on. Sam, my husband, Sam, was depressed. He couldn't catch anything. That was part of the problem. Most of what we served was shipped in frozen or dried. I just threw it in the fryer. Both come a long way since then. Well, 2 young men came in for dinner. Seasoned divers, they said. Over 10,000 hours between them and Lake Leth. Alone. They'd been out all day, salvaging parts from a riverboat wreck, and had worked up a fierce hunger. They said they ordered the whole menu without even looking. It was a short menu in those days. I set them right here and went back to the kitchen. Sam was at the next table doing a Sudoku. That's random. And drinking malt liquor. That sounds like a good time. His usual routine at the time. An hour later, I was cleaning up when Sam came bursting into the kitchen. Ida, he said, kind of frantic. These divers are still hungry. Bring them another course. And I said, they already ordered the whole menu. Sam said, make something new. Keep making up dishes. Whatever. Just keep bringing out food. So I did until the small hours of the morning. I made up so many new dishes that night, I could write a book. And it was good. Inspired. Yeah. But I was working so hot and fast at the burning edge of inspiration, I didn't think to write any of it down. And I was so wrecked with exhaustion the next day, I knew I couldn't remember what all I'd done in the kitchen. So she just kept it? Weird. Sam thought we could take a photograph of the leftovers, but we couldn't get the lighting right, so we just shellacked the whole table. Now when I need inspiration for the menu, I come and look here and think about all those ingenious dishes I threw together for those divers. Of course, they didn't pay their full bill. I heard one of them complaining to the other. Let's just pay half and let them charge the other half to whatever demon in the kitchen kept making up food faster than we could ask for it. But it all worked out. Things have really turned around since then. This place is actually pretty popular now. The success in our expanded menu inspired Sam too. He started bringing back the most magnificent ingredients from his nightly dives. I'd better get to work. Stay right here, sweetie. I'll bring you a treat on my way back out. Nope, not eating that. Well, buddy, I guess you're the catch of the day. The one and only. Ha ha ha. So what are you? You look like, well, some kind of eel, I guess. Kind of a mopey little guy, huh? Yeah, I can see it in your eyes. You smell like sort of buttery. Well, that should be just fine. Skin feels like sandpaper. Huh. Well, she'll figure something out. I think I'll call you... White Eel. Welcome to Salmonitis, the one and only white eel. I hope you enjoy your stay. I mean, not too much. Have you ever seen a creature like me before? You were pretty... Have you ever seen a creature like me before? You were pretty far down there. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the first, except there were 2 divers who went before me long ago. You've referred to himself as a creature. Maybe that was before your time. How old are you anyway, I wonder? They here once back in the bad old days. 2 young guys. Could have been brothers, maybe. I was over in the corner with my coffee and crossword. Coffee? She said it was malt liquor. And a Sudoku. I hadn't been able to catch a thing, so I'd have just fried up something frozen. Well, these guys were hungry enough to eat it and ask for more. And they did at least as much talking as eating. See, like I said, they were divers. And like I said, they might have been brothers. They had a kind of rivalry going between them or something. I was about to write up their check, but I slipped calmly and quietly into the kitchen for a minute. Told her to just keep bringing out food. I figured they wouldn't notice, caught up in their boasting as they were, and I wanted to listen. They went back and forth for hours about all the deep and dangerous dives they'd been on, new tunnels they'd discovered, all the weird creatures they'd encountered at the weirdest depths the lake left. It was like a dance, no, like a boxing match. Each story went deeper than the last. I listened to every word of it, memorized every description of every tunnel and diving route they discovered. That's my map now. You see, for 15 years I've been using routes those 2 young divers discussed right there at the table. Yeah, I could write a guidebook for the depths of this lake, but I don't dare. Someone would steal my good diving spots, and then where would we be? Not stopping every 2 seconds to talk to a fish. See, people come here from all over just to try out our daily catch because they know it's unique. Ain't you proud? Since I can't write any of it down, I just preserved that table where they had their meal so I can look at it to jog my memory, like they were eating pickled crab when they talked about that shipwreck full of salamanders. Pretty clever, huh? It's my own secret code. These people are weird. Well, I'll be straight with you, White Eel. There is one feature of this arrangement that I find unsettling. In fact, I lose a decent amount of sleep over it. I told you those boys were competing, right? One-upping each other. I mean, each getting wilder, more adventurous as they traded tales. Well, I navigate mostly in the dark down there, just going by touch, a kind of mental picture I can construct from their detailed boasts. Every time I explore a new diving spot from those recollections, I have to weigh it all against the risk that I'm headed right into a dangerous falsehood. One of those men could have felt for a moment like he was losing some ground in their little duel, so he could have slipped a fake one in there, maybe told a fib about some dive he went on and found a colony of blind shrimp living in a discarded refrigerator. And when I get down there, my diving belt cracks open on a sharp rock where he said that fridge would be. And that's the end of Salmonitis. To be honest, that possibility puts the fear of death in me every time I touch water. Okay. Kate, hey, Sam, good haul tonight? We'll see what she can make of it. Yeah, pretty good, I think. I hit some trouble down in the narrow tunnel. Some kind of fast-growing freshwater barnacles just about sealed it up. I picked away for half an hour before I gave up and went around the other way. But I got the catch of the day. That's the important part. That's what people travel for. What's the catch today? This here's a white eel, mopey, sandpapery old eel. I don't know how she'll fix him, but that sandpapery quality ought to do something for, what do they call it? Mouthfeel? Will you stay for a drink? I've got a dark rum that goes well with coffee, ha ha ha. I think we're about to leave, but thanks. Just passing through. Hey, aren't we all? Oh, she's got your food ready. You all enjoy your meal, all right? Just gonna like wiggle that eel there.
This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. My treasures and my hopes are placed beyond the blue. Many friends and kin have gone on before, and I can feel at home in this world.
What happens if we just sit and listen to this? I
Anymore.
I don't
Does
know.
it like just
I mean,
repeat? Or does it end?
is it can you stop it? I mean, don't do it. But I mean, is it not just a scripted sort of thing?
I bet I could get on the boat and it would end.
No friend like you. If heaven's not my home, oh Lord, what will I do? Angels beckon me to heaven's open door, and I can feel at home in this world anymore. I have
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna guess this
loving
ends.
mother up in glory land, and I don't expect to stop until I shake her hand. She's waiting there for me in heaven's open door, and I can feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like
They come back?
you.
Come back.
They scroll it along the same side, from
Right.
Come the
They
same way
just
around.
circle around. That'd be awesome.
Oh Lord, what will I do? Angels beckon me to
Interesting.
heaven's
All right. Getting our
open
dinghy.
door.
So I guess is she
Cool song.
And I can feel at
she
home
listens to the river.
in this
Is that what that
world
is?
anymore.
Yeah, so it does end. Interesting. Little musical interlude. All right. I was curious. Like I thought for a minute she was gonna get on the dinghy by herself, but no, she is gonna go back to the tugboat. It appears. See that? Just looks like a swirling mess of garbage, doesn't it? Well, that's what it is. I don't know why trash seems to collect right there. All of the spots in the lake, it's always been that way. Everyone just navigates around it like it was an island or something. I think I see some desks and chairs swirling around the edge there. Those all-in-one desks like they have in schools, if I remember right. It's been a few years since I saw the inside of one. Schools, he means, not desks. Those must have washed down from somewhere. I never known there'd be a school on the lake. Oh, there was Gemini School of Beauty. It was run by sisters Cassie and Paula, indistinguishable except for their haircuts. But I wouldn't think they'd have used desks like that. We used to stop there most every night to let someone off for a cheap haircut. Student stylists, you know, they spared many a sailor the pain of a botched do-it-yourself do. But I guess they got in deep into the power company. Those blow dryers and curling irons burn a lot of coal. It's a shame they had to close down. The haircuts are gone, but the hair keeps growing. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, Lemonade in chat is talking about this strange game. We're actually just about done with. Well, I think we're just about done with episode 4, chapter 4, act 4, whatever they call it. Yeah, this cluttered place makes a decent local museum. It's it's as good a history as I could ever tell. We arrived in a small houseboat neighborhood that sometimes hosted concerts for the pleasure of its residents, where Clara was scheduled that night to perform. Junebug and Johnny watched the show. I want to watch that bar scene again. That thing was amazing. Johnny. Oh. Junebug. I remember this. I told you. Yeah, you don't have to say it. Only because it's always true. She played at the flower shop. Kyron opened. She was having trouble with his tape machine. He was having trouble with his tape machine. So he just droned out on the lap steel. He got really into it and went on for forever. Everyone was falling asleep. Not everyone. Our text got weird. I remember the air was warm, perfumed. You were playing with some petals found on the floor, and I was looking at the ceiling. I remember the ceiling was glass. During the week, that room was a greenhouse. I don't know where they put all the plants when they had bands in. Maybe outside if the weather was nice. It was nice that night. Warm. Smelled like spring. I remember the folding chair. So uncomfortable. But I guess it was their only option. They had to pack everything up during the week so there'd be room to display the flowers. The tape stuff sounds good. That kid's doing a good job. Yep, he's a natural-born tape player. Okay. So, we were talking about him earlier at the gas station. Sure, I haven't forgotten. Cricket. Cool, yeah, I know. What do you think about Ezra traveling with us for a while? We were in the back. Just watching Cyrano. Cyrano is really getting into it. We just let it wash over us. I started nodding a little. You pinched my elbow and we slipped quietly out of the room. Junebug. If I sound is he just thinking this and not saying it? Is that what the different text is? Maybe?
Potentially. They do that in books like Dune.
She's not acknowledging this sort of discussion that just happened. Junebug. If I sound hesitant or something, it's just when we met, we were nothing. Just these little gray shadows. And we grew and filled in, but we did all that together, Ezra. Sure, he's just a kid, but he's already a person. What would that do to our system, our chemistry? We stepped outside into the warm night air. There was a horse tied up in the parking lot. You wanted to go find him some food. We wandered between some low houses and came out onto an empty street. Junebug, hey, I got the masters for the new record back from Lazar? They're okay, but What? You listened to them without me? You were at the pet shop. I didn't think I could tear you free. Wait, when did we go to a pet shop? We didn't do that, did we? Oh, okay. Anyway, there were a few spots where the strings distorted a little, and the whole thing has way too much reverb, but overall it sounds pretty good. The new drum machine fits right into the mix. Maybe the pet shop is one of the things we missed. I know there was some things that was like we chose to stay on the boat. I didn't realize.
Based on, yeah.
I think I didn't realize choosing the boat like would cut out other things, but I guess you would miss the boat. I don't know. Nice.
I mean, some of the dialogue options too. You know, I don't. Well, I don't know. How much do you think the action depends on the dialogue? It seems like it's mostly interchangeable, but maybe not always.
Yeah, I bet there's entire scenes we've missed from things we've chosen. Is sort of the feeling I get, but I don't remember what we chose enough to be able to go back and do it differently.
Right.
Well, the only question is how to do it live. I can't control the drum machine and sing and dance at the same time, and you've got your hands full of guitar. This dude is totally spaced out thinking about this concert or whatever. There was a playground across the street. We sat on a bench. I put my head on your shoulder. We heard soft music from a car radio, but couldn't see the car. It must have been around the corner, down an alley or something. You tapped your foot and hummed. I made up lyrics, but didn't say them out loud. We got back to the greenhouse just as Clara was tuning up. She relaxed her shoulders, took a deep breath, and raised both hands into the precise positions. And the room started shaking. We're like super zooming in now, by the way. Oh, okay. So Act 4 is the only one where choosing different things. Sort of you do one scene or the other.
Ah.
I mean, I kind of get that. The game is really interesting, and it has really interesting... The story is very confusing. It's very trippy, but the scenes, like the visuals and the music and the sound, really...
They stick with you.
They're good. They're really good. So it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a disappointment that we missed some. I'll have to maybe go back and play them. Claire hit a note that made the glass rattle in sympathy, a perfect 2 octaves lower. She looked like a sorceress tearing down the building with an effortless wave and incredible focus, coaxing the empty air into some kind of moaning, rattling demon. That's the thing about the theremin. It's the only instrument you never touch. You could see a wave of concern propagating through the greenhouse, people looking up at the trembling glass ceiling, looking at each other to see if anyone else was worried, trying to catch Claire's eye, to discern if she was doing it on purpose or not, if she were really trying to bury us all in glass. Junebug, I'm just saying, maybe we could use a third pair of hands up there. Johnny, oh. Think you could teach that kid to play a drum machine? Ma'am, I could teach a dog to play a drum machine. He hasn't really answered the question, to be honest. Well, that'll be our backup plan. It was a tense 5 minutes. We, the audience, alternated between fearing for our lives and lamenting hers that could have given her the kind of emotional experience to play this devastating song. Then, slowly, gently, Clara's hands came to rest. The theremin went quiet, the glass stopped rattling, and the room relaxed, unharmed. Back on the boat. I met a photographer once, one in particular. She even took my portrait. I can't imagine why. She said it would immortalize me. It was a metaphor, of course. She meant I'd never be forgotten. As she was disembarking, not far from here, actually, the film fell out of her bag and was borne away by the current. I was working on deck at the time. She shot me a sad, apologetic glance, but I wasn't bothered. It's no shame to be forgotten. Who is talking? Silo of Late Reflections. Well, that's an ominous name. Jeez. Clara, what's this place like? Dogwood Drive. It's in a small town, or it? I really don't know. I've got the manifest the old man had in his truck here, reading Lissette's Antiques, mail order delivery, no return address, shipping address, 5 Dogwood Drive, packing list, and there's just numbers. I guess the inventory numbers of the antiques he was supposed to be delivering. Anyway, I'm glad you're coming with us, Clara. Yes, I'm always eager to see more of the country, and I enjoy the company. You'll never have to find a bus or a train to get on to Nashville by evening. Sorry, I will have to find a bus or train to get on to Nashville by evening. Well, they have buses everywhere, right? Or, hey, I could drive you to Nashville. Seems I have a truck now, only how are we going to get it up these stairs? Junebug, that's quite a staircase. Is there a route, tunnel? Is there something we could do with rope? There's no way to get this truck up these stairs, is there? Not with that attitude. No, there isn't. Looks like we're making the rest of this trip on foot. Is it safe to just leave the truck here? Sure. I don't think anyone but us could get it started again. To Johnny. Alright, Cricket. Let's get this delivery packed and tied into bundles. We're hiking it upstairs. Ezra. What's in there? Johnny. Antiques, I guess. Ezra. Antiques. Johnny. Yeah, antiques are... It's like junk, but people will pay for it. It's a very good description. Oh, to Clara. Sorry, I guess you'll be taking the bus after all. Clara, it's okay. It'll be an adventure. Shannon sighs and stretches. Junebug, tired? Don't worry, lady. We're almost there. But nobody talked to the dog. I'm very disappointed in this crew. End of Act 4. Bum, bum, bum.
Thrilling climax.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, we do know, supposedly, Act 5 coming soonish.
Allegedly. I wonder if there's any news on that. Let me see if I can find something.
Yeah. You know, I kind of like the game. So...
PC Gamer says due in early 2018.
Early. As in before the middle point.
Yeah, that was last August.
Yeah. Yeah, we had initially wanted to wait for Act 5, or I had wanted to wait for Act 5 to play this game, but, you know...
But why?
But why? So here we are. Yeah, 2018. So here we are, Kentucky Route Zero. So that's Acts 1 through 4. It's a really interesting game. I really like again what they've done with the whole sort of package in terms of visuals and the sound and the music.
It's unique. There's nothing else like it.
There's truly nothing else like it. I'm still very confused on the story, to be honest. I'll probably have to go read some retrospectives on it to really understand what the heck happened. But that's okay. I don't feel cheated for my time like I did in Cursed Castelia. That game.
Rearing its ugly head again.
It's pretty good. A little bit different. So there you have it. Kentucky Road Zero, Acts 1, 2, 3, and 4, which you can find over on youtube.com/GameByteShow if you missed any of our previous streams of that. So Act 4 will be broken up into 2 archives. We'll get the last week's posted out there, so it's there. But, and I suppose when Act 5 comes out, we'll get it loaded back up and jump back in. So I think that'll be definitely worth it. I have enjoyed this playthrough. I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think, you know what? Can I just make a personal comment? I think you're a great performer of Kentucky Road Zero. It's been a real pleasure for these first 4 acts anyway to have you read.
I just want everyone to know I never intend to do voice work ever. So rest assured.
There's a particular Jared allure, you know.
It's all just very monotone, streamed together. This week in particular is interesting because I still really have no voice. So there you go. Yeah, no, that kind of concludes, I guess, our Kentucky Route Zero playthrough. So next week, we'll pick up Mondays, 10 o'clock Central, just like we always do, probably with a pre-stream, just like we always do. And we'll find something, maybe with a little more action to jump into. Maybe we'll do a little more No Man's Sky. We are talking about this actually just started unfolding today. So if you aren't in our Discord, I highly recommend you go correct that immediately. In fact, for August, we will be doing a new game club. That's right, game club for August. Kerbal Space Program is going to be the game we will be playing.
Woo!
So definitely, if you have a Kerbal Space Program, go check that out. We will be playing. I'm thinking we do a scientific campaign, which requires you to unlock technology as you go by doing experiments over certain biomes, etc.
Probably not a bad idea. What I'd kind of like to see is I would like to see photos. So usually we'll just do like little discussions. I would like to see numbered photos of your failures. Like here's number 1, this hulking mess.
So I highly
here's number 2, these dead Kerbals.
Recommend, and we'll kind of work on this over the next few days and put a full plan together for everyone to follow along. But I'm envisioning a sort of we usually break these down by week. So week 1, a loose goal. Get to a stable orbit and get back to Kerbin. Week 2, let's maybe get him to the moon orbit or moon landing. I don't know. We'll have to kind of think about that, how we want to break that out.
Come participate and help us decide.
That's right. So go hit up Discord. Let's talk Kerbal Space Program. And we're going to take pictures, share your rockets. You can upload your designs onto the Steam Workshop if you own the game through Steam. So that could be a fun episode or 2 on Mondays, is maybe we jump into other people's creations and see what mayhem we can cause.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
So that's,
in fact, that would be a really specifically interesting idea, is if the people who are playing specifically upload those, and then on the stream we mess around with them and try and fix them.
Yeah. So I think we definitely want to have some fun with this one. It's going to be good. Our game clubs are always good, and I'm excited about this one. It's a little bit different than what we've done before, with the RPGs and adventure games and whatnot, but this is going to be a fun one. So get in there, get in Discord, get Kerbal Space Program loaded and ready to go, so you can join along in all the fun. And speaking of fun, we do lots of fun things. In fact, we do them 3 times a week. We bring you a video stream, which you've been watching, maybe.
Surprise! Gotcha.
Twitch.tv/GameByteShow every Monday at 10 o'clock Central-ish. Sometimes before we do a pre-stream. Sometimes we miss it. Not very frequently that we miss it, though.
Right.
So subscribe, get those notifications when we go live. We also bring you an audio podcast twice a week over at GameByteShow.com. News, new releases, topics of our choice, or of your choice. If you have a suggestion, suggest in the Discord. Maybe we'll talk about it. And then our later in the week show, we talk about the games we've been playing. Things like Kentucky Route Zero and Kerbal Space Program and everything else under the sun. So check those out, subscribe, hit up that RSS, find us on iTunes, GameByteShow.com. Archives go to youtube.com/GameByteShow. Twitter, we are at GameByteShow. I am at red_I.
I am at Jeremy_Lamont, and our two additional co-hosts are Legrand Jolly at Legrand, Legrande, and Dale Jones is at Count Elmdor.
We are also starting our Extra Life push. I usually wait till August. We're like one day away, close enough. Extra Life, play games, heal kids. I have a goal of 1,000. I'm $15 into it, so we're looking good this year.
It's a start.
Yep, it is a start. We do have a Game Byte Show team already, so go to extra-life.org and search for Game Byte Show, and you will find us, and you can join us, and you too can raise money to help heal local children. It's a super great cause. If there's any questions, feel free to hit me up in Discord or on Twitter, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. It is one of the things I do as an officer in the Dallas Guild, is answer
He
questions.
does it. I can vouch.
So let's do it. We're going to do it this year. It's going to be a good one. We had a great year last year. Legrand helped out. He brought in quite a few to the team. So we're going to knock that one out of the park once again. So thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.